my channel. I've been meaning to talk about this for a long time, but now is the perfect time as always because it is the monthly Pose the Goth Girl going viral on Twitter moment happening currently. And before I get into the rest of this video, I already know I'm going to sound like a major bitch. I'm not going to force my opinions down in the name of feminism or women supporting women because some of you are literally the worst. This video is mostly just a rant, so it's probably going to be short. Now let's get into it. If you've been on Twitter in the last week, you've definitely seen at least one of these two viral posts. One has 4.4 million views, while the other has 2.9 million at the time of filming this. And I'm so sick of the over-sexualization of goth women. I want to say it started right when the big titty goth girlfriend meme blew up around 3 years ago, and that's when it really started becoming mainstream. Goth women had become a fetish at this point, but not real goth women. Average men would define goth as a skinny pale white woman with black hair who occasionally wears black lipstick. That is goth to them, and these women I'm going to talk about today are the reason why. And trust me, I know people tend to get mad when you put the blame on women instead of the disgusting freaks who are consuming their content, but without these sex workers who are willing to hoard out a subculture and completely diminish its whole meaning, there would be no content for these men to consume. So yes, I do blame these women. I do not care. The first tweet I want to talk about is the video one.
How would you pick me up if we were in a bar?
I'm more of a compliment guy. I like your implants.
But what if I told you they were big old naturals?
I was talking about your teeth.
Oh, that too?
Let me just say that I actually hate everyone in this video, from the performative ass male to that fake goth woman. I want this video scrubbed from the internet, which is very hypocritical of me because I'm literally spreading it around, but I don't even care because I don't think my 50 views are going to make a difference on a video that literally has over 4 million views. And every time these skits and pictures go viral, I know these girls make bank, so good for them, I guess. But the normalization of sex work and porn in social media is very disheartening to see. I feel like 5 years ago, it was so uncommon to see sexual tweets, but now random OnlyFans women are in the comments shaking ass. You don't even have to go looking for it because it will find you in the style of a viral tweet. And I've said this before, but I don't think there's anything empowering about being a sex worker. I do not believe that doing porn is this big feminist thing where you're taking back your sexual power. There's nothing feminist about being sexually gratifying for men's viewing. You want a girl boss if you're up on Twitter showing your boobs for male consumption. I'm sorry. That's my hot take of the day. And these fake ass clips get on my nerves more than her fake ass boobs because, girl, everyone knows those aren't real, so stop playing in my face right now. At the cosmetic surgery you've gotten, you can say, oh, it's no one's business and that shit. But when you're actively lying and trying to say something is natural when it's obviously not, you're putting this narrative into people's heads that it's obtainable. And you got surgery. It reminds me of Kylie Jenner swearing her lips weren't fake, or fitness influencers who have BBLs. You're trying to sell a product that isn't even real, but me sounding like a bitter jealous bitch aside, I seriously dislike these women a lot more than just for jealousy reasons, because I think whenever women tend to criticize other women who are very pretty or who have big boobs, they get hit with jealousy accusations no matter how valid their criticism might be. I noticed it happened a lot with Sydney Sweeney and her empty head. If any woman on Twitter would call her out for her actions, men in the comments would be calling them ugly and saying they're just jealous. This is an easy tactic to avoid accountability. These women are sexualizing a subculture while also doing it because it's popular for men to be into goth women. It's very likely these women were all blonde and mean in high school. These same men jerking off to the goth house would bully the fuck out of a real goth woman, and they likely already do. And I'm not gatekeeping being goth, especially because I'm not goth, if you couldn't tell. And I'm not even saying that goth women can't be sexual. There's a big difference between like being goth and sexual and then being goth because it's sexual. This is like Gimmick. These aren't real goth women who just decided to make an OnlyFans. These are women who knew OnlyFans is so oversaturated with basic white women with fake butts and boobs, so they had to have a specific niche. Which brings me to the second post I want to talk about today. It says, "What's better than two goth girls?" And where are they? Where are they? Because but behind the two egos wearing black lipstick and Shein, because I don't see two goth women at all. And I'm sorry, girl. I know your back is hurting if these aren't photoshopped. This is crazy. These probably weigh more than the rest of your body. This tweet had people angry for reasons I just said. These women aren't goth. None of the goth house actually is. They are egos who wear black, everything from their bubbly personalities to their makeup. They just swapped out the pink lip gloss for black lipstick. Someone on Twitter said, "Goth used to be about embracing the beauty and darkness, tragic romance, music that gave you real feels with a dark edge, and a philosophical appreciation of the beauty of death. Now it's all gonna be," which is a little edgy in itself, but that's what goth is. And one of the women replies and said, "That's me and my friends." She also tagged them with all, which is like crazy promotional bait. I think we do a good job at doing those things while also being able to have fun making content together. And she included a picture of the Dunkin' Donuts OnlyFans shoot, which is so funny to me. What does this have to do with like the tweet you're replying to? Are you embracing the beauty of darkness here? Are you showcasing tragic romance? No, girl, you are filming porn. And I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this lady doing? Because if you find this like sexually appealing, I'm just going to assume you're a fucking loser who watches way too much porn at this point. She also tweets out that bullying isn't goth. And do you even know what goth is, to like suddenly be the face of it? Solely wearing black lipstick with dyed black hair isn't goth either, Bella. One of the women said, "I've been goth since I was 13. Never wanted to share old pics because I know I didn't know how to do hair or makeup and look cringe, lol. But yes, a real goth girl is leading the movement everyone is so mad about. And the movement is just like being naked online." Also, obviously, like the hair and makeup looking bad is an excuse when she doesn't actually have any photos of her being goth at 13. But I would hope to God you would not share photos where you were a minor on a page where you also show your vagina. I feel like that should be common sense. And you can comment like how being goth is this huge subgenre of fashion and these women may fall into it. But it's very obvious their heart isn't in it. And I'm not saying they have to walk around miserable all the time or introduce themselves as Raven Blackheart, but at least make the grift a little less obvious. You never catch these women like speaking up for anything that pertains to the goth community, I guess you'd call them. They can't even prove they're actually goth in posts where they try to defend it. They just like slap a random promotional photo on the tweet where they look hot and sexual. It's all a ploy for sad men who want a goth girlfriend to subscribe to their OnlyFans. That is the end of my video, and thank you for listening to me. As always, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and feel free to like or even subscribe.